seek your favor in granting blessings and grace to our country Malaysia and to the people of Johor to remain flourishing, compassionate and become the leader in education, to serve the nation with stability, security, welfare and tolerance. Amin ya Rabbal Alamin.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome our Head of Academic of Idrissi International School, EduCity, Mrs. Shamari, to deliver his speech.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Yang amat terhormat Datuk Hafiz Ghazi, Menteri Besar Johor. Yang berhormat Cik Nurliza Noh, Pengerusi Jawatan Kuasa Pendidikan, Penerangan dan Komunikasi Negeri Johor. Yang berhormat Datuk Haji Muhammad Hafiz, Haji Ahmad, Datuk Majlis Bandaraya Iskandar Puteri. Yang berbahagia Encik Mat Said Mike Diamond, Pengarah Pendidikan Negeri Johor. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Sakina Sofia Baharom, Director of Operations, EduCity Iskandar. Yang berbahagia Puan Zaliza Elias, Executive Director, Gains Education Group. Yang berbahagia Puan Zeti Hana Ibrahim, Board of Director, Gains Education Group. Yang berbahagia Puan Julie Wong, Chief Executive Officer of Gains Education Group. Department Chiefs, Datuk, Datin, distinguished guests, parents, teachers, students, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to wish you a very warm welcome to all of you to our homely eco school to witness this important milestone of Idrissi International School, EduCity, Iskandar Puteri, a very special place in my heart. Before I begin, I would like to thank Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Hafiz Ghazi, who is willing to be with us today to launch the school and make the officiating ceremony memorable. Thank you so much, Datuk. Before I begin, allow me to introduce myself. I am Shamari, the head of academic for Idrissi International School, EduCity Iskandar Puteri, and I have been with the school since 2017. I have learned a lot. I have grown in many valuable aspects, and today I will continue to grow to fulfill the amana and be the head of academic that all children and teachers can rely on. Let me share some words from the heart. Being in Malaysia made me feel very, very welcomed and at peace. I feel the same when I first arrived to this beautiful state of Johor, this peaceful place. I was given so many opportunities. I was able to meet with so many beautiful souls. I hope with today's launching, I'll be able to give back to Malaysia and to Johor with my best capabilities, inshallah. I am very inspired, actually. I am very, very inspired by the vision that Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Hafiz emphasized recently, especially on the education and youth development modules, which he described as the core areas to rise again and succeed after the COVID-19 pandemic. Being in Idrissi, surrounded by young talents, I truly appreciate and admire his efforts in providing a safe space for young people to voice out for change. For example, the Dewan Muda Johor. It is a very, very good initiative and opportunity for our children. Thank you so much, Datuk. Thank you so much for continuing to champion this initiative for our future leaders. With the launching of our school today, I hope that Idrissi will have the opportunity to work with the government of Johor in the aspects of education and youth development. My team and I will always be ready to help and contribute with the best that we can, doing what we can for the children and youth development in Johor. We are in this together, Johor. Yes, we are in this together. Distinguished guests, parents, teachers, students, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'd like to relay my highest appreciation to my fellow teachers who are here, and they are the strongest pillars of this new campus. Teacher Noor and Teacher Adawiya for the success of our primary enhancement program, the parents who trusted us with their children, and of course, my dearest students who are here today. Some have been waiting for the school to open, and today is the day that they are waiting for. Thank you once again for your unwavering support. Thank you so much. Without the team, partners, parents, students, and the management, this opening ceremony would not be possible, just like a few years ago. It was a faraway thing. Thank you everyone for your hard work and dedication. It makes me feel very excited to embark on this journey together. Everyone who came to our school, especially the students, they feel like home at school, and there's just something warm about it that makes them want to come to school every day. This happens actually on both Idrissi campuses in Setia Alam and here in EduCity. And I feel proud, really, really proud to continue bringing this homely and positive culture here in Johor, inshallah. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, I have to share the motto of our school: be the change. My aspiration as an educator first and as a head of academic is to provide the best environment in education for all children. Just like what we have seeded in Idrissi, Setia Alam in Selangor, as they grow, they can also be the change. I mean, our students, they can be the change and make a change. It all starts from us individually. I believe we also can be the catalyst of change here in Johor, especially in the education sector, inshallah. To all my fellow teachers, students, and staff, my beautiful family of Idrissi, my fellow change makers, let's make this school opening day a great beginning. Johor, yes, we are here with you. Let's do this. And thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam maju Johor. Terima kasih saudara dan saudari pengerusi majlis. Yang saya hormati, Yang Berhormat Cik Nurliza Noh, Johor State Education, Information and Communications Committee Chairman. Yang saya hormati Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Muhammad Hafiz Haji Ahmad, Datuk Bandar Majlis Bandaraya Iskandar Puteri. Yang berbahagia Encik Muhammad Said bin Diamond selaku Pengarah Pendidikan Negeri Johor. Encik Mustafa Shemari, Head of Academic Idris School. After your speech, I feel like enrolling into this school. Such a heartwarming speech. We give him a round of applause, everyone. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Sakinah Sofia Bahrum, Director of Operations EduCity Iskandar. Yang berbahagia Puan Zaliza Alias, Executive Director Gains Education Group. Yang berbahagia Puan Zeti Hana Ibrahim, Board of Director Gains Education Group. Yang berbahagia Puan Julie Wong, Chief Executive Officer Gains Education Group. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sidang hadirin yang saya hormati sekalian. Pertama-tamanya bersyukur saya ke Hadrat Ilahi kerana dengan limpah kurnia dan inayahnya dapat kita berjumpa dan berkumpul dalam majlis yang cukup bermakna ini. Satu majlis yang akan menentukan hala tuju masa depan anak-anak muda kita, khususnya di negeri Johor. tahniah dan syabas saya ucapkan. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, izinkan saya meneruskan ucapan dalam bahasa Inggeris. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, questions and subsequent answers on the significance of knowledge are not new. We have always tried as best to understand the world around us and to make sense of what we see, touch, hear, smell, and taste. Meaning is thus attained through these perceptions, forming our own identity and shaping our respective worldviews. As such, knowledge by way of education has a tremendous bearing on the well-being of individuals, nations, and at a larger scale, the world. Here in the blessed state of Johor, we have always placed due significance on the need to attain knowledge. Today is a very special day for us in Johor, as it marks the launch of the Idrissi International School in EduCity, Iskandar Puteri. I personally have looked forward to this endeavor for a while now. Dr. Sakina has been doing a good job talking to my wife. And I would like to acknowledge all the personnel who have paved way to this potential success, inshallah. A big thank you to Gaines Education Group, Idrissi International School, and of course, the teachers and staff for making today a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to extend my gratitude to EduCity Iskandar, Malaysia. They have played a crucial role in attracting the best international schools and institutions of higher learning to set up base in Johor. And the latest is obviously Idrissi. We have also other institutions such as Marlborough College, Newcastle University, Medicine Malaysia, Raffles American School, University of Reading, just to name a few. Thank you, Dr. Sakina and her team, for your relentless efforts to shape EduCity into Asia's first multi-campus education city. I truly believe Idrissi International School is in good hands. I would also like to note Dr. Sakina's team's determination in ensuring underprivileged students have access to education. Her intervention program to address the issue of interrupted learning during COVID-19 is most praiseworthy. This is especially important as targeted students are those in Standard 1 and Standard 2, a crucial period for them to be able to read and write. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today not just as a representative of the state of Johor. I stand here as a husband and a father. It is indeed a blessing to take on such roles, which without doubt has allowed me to understand the value of education at both the individual and collective levels. Over the years, many Malaysians and Johorians have made the decision to send their children to international schools. There are a number of reasons to this. With the well-structured programs being a plus point, students are able to express themselves by way of their own creativity and given the time and space to develop their critical thinking skills. At the moment, we have to acknowledge the fact that the curriculum in international schools provide for a more holistic approach in education. This is mentioned without the intention of undermining our national schools, as the Sekolah Rendah and Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan has its own merits. Distinguished guests, Idrissi International School is Malaysia's first eco-Islamic school which offers an international curriculum. This curriculum emphasizes a student's relationship with the world around him or her, a sense of duty towards the environment is the objective here. As mentioned just now, the school's vision is to be the change for oneself, one community, and one world. This is done by upholding Islamic values and practices based on the Holy Quran and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, an intention that has been set by Idrissi International School. I am glad to know that the current students of Idrissi International School have been participating actively in climate actions and green missions. These efforts have been conducted on their own and in partnership with organizations like WWF Malaysia and PECA. Such a situation bodes well for Johor in strengthening education for sustainable development. There are opportunities for children to learn business studies, creative art and design, computer science and robotics, among other subjects. It is hoped that the curriculum applied will shape balanced individuals, those who are not only well versed in the basics of Islam, but proficient with the skill set required in the global job market. We have to keep in mind that we are not just human capital. We have the potential to create positive change beyond our respective job scopes. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to reflect on verse 27 of Surah Fatir, which means, have you not regarded that Allah sends down water from the sky, with which we produce fruits of diverse hues? And in the mountains are stripes, white and red, of diverse hues, and others pitch black. In the grand scheme of things, we are not only witnesses to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's majesty, but have also been bestowed the role of vicegerents of this earth. The fruits of diverse hues ought to be shared, for nothing truly is ours. As such, we need to be reminded of our responsibility to take care of the environment, to cherish the flora and fauna, and to be also cognizant that we share such a blessing with those who preceded us and those who will come after us. Being an eco-Islamic school, I am certain the students here will be taught to have greater appreciation of nature and the contingent duties to preserve it. If they have this realization at such a young age, they will turn out to be adults who are true vicegerents, inshallah. The Idrissi International School has the potential to cultivate talents who are able to lead future sustainable development plans for Johor. While we plan and conceptualize what ideal progress would look like for the state, we have to take into account those who will continue our vision for balanced growth, one that places due importance on preserving the environment. While these promising students are still learning and developing themselves, the state government is not sitting idle. Johor's Green Deal is at the forefront of the state government's initiative. We are aware of rising temperatures and high seas resulting from economic development, which are also necessary to progress. However, we aim to reduce its impact on nature by balancing industrial output. A green initiative policy is being put together and is expected to take effect end of this year, inshallah. We are focusing on more impactful efforts like exploring carbon offset initiatives to further strengthen the Green Deal. Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, I would like to wish Idrissi International School every success as they embark on a new journey here in Johor. We are here with you, Idrissi School, and we will give you the full support that you need to make it a success. I look forward to the continued growth of the school and success in producing innovative and value-rich students that can meet the rapidly changing demands of the global job market. To conclude, in the words of the Islamic scholar, the jurist or muhaddith, Sufyan at-Tawari, ought to be echoed here. He mentioned that knowledge is as 3 spans of hand. The one who reaches the first span feels proud. The one who grows to the second span is amazed. The one who attains the third span realizes that he does not have enough knowledge. Thus, we should not rest on our laurels and always strive to better ourselves in any way, shape or form. Do not be boastful of what we think we know, and always remember that ilm or knowledge, as well as success, comes from the Almighty alone. I remind myself first and foremost. Tabarakallah. Sekian dengan lafaz Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, saya dengan sukacitanya merasmikan pembukaan Idrissi di Iskandar Puteri ini dengan jayanya. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nature is a mother,
cruel and loving.
a woman. In the daytime, her tears fell on willowy clouds and pelted onto my back. Tears that would bathe me, then leave me with an odd bruise.
But what other way would we have it?
What other way would we know it? The wind carries her mumbles and lulls me to sleep under the starry sky.
But in the night she would weep with thunder,
She shook the earth with lightning, tearing it into the ground.
and letting herself crumble apart as lead and ash bleed into the cracks that she carved along herself. When did it come to this?
In an arbitrary rage, she ripped the sky apart.
And I am left to watch as it rots away at the rind.
Thunderstorms turn to monsoons, turn to floods, and turn to sea. The tide pushes me away and pulls me in.
Hold me near, don't come too close. Anger and acceptance fluctuate.
I'm confused, vulnerable. I do not want to be here. I do not want this.
And what is a home if not the first place you run from? To let yourself slip away from the vessel that she calls a heart
To turn my back on the ruins I used to call a homeland.
and let live.
I walk on the tarred streets of civilization, everything constantly moving in a repetitive cycle, yet ever so dull. Caught off guard, I stumble into a meadow. Mother Nature lays bare in front of me, wearing a pasture of blue flowers.
Standing still like a rock, but not as strong. Delicate, muted. It is but a hollow detachment from all our words and thoughts. Over here, we are nothing, and it is everything.
She looks pretty, like there was something in her made to scream, but it won't yet. A pause in time, the calm before the storm.
As the sun sets, it dawns on me.
Nature was a woman before she was a mother.
A result of fire and ignorance from our forefathers who sent smoke into the
Who
air,
laced her beauty with poison.
who took away the rose and gave her thorns,
She is a woman.
destined to solitude, to
And
madness.
so she birthed her pain instead of children.
And the world would fall on their shoulders.
They will have to watch it destroy her.
Nature is tortured, an abused victim of wasted potential.
A result of hate from those she loved.
A tragedy discarded.
But still,
She sends flowers to every funeral and embraces every broken body into the soil.
an unconditional offer of comfort.
For that, she would burn.
Mother Nature.
Devour me, then birth me again. This time,
I promise to plant love like seeds in the earth so that you can grow to feel it.
I want to be so giving that it echoes backwards in time. It takes back the things that hurt you.
So you can belong to yourself once more.
Show me your thorns this time, and I will show you hands ready to bleed.
Nature is a mother,
Cruel and loving.
a woman.
Thank you.